is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And that gets things running.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Coutinho tries to stroke it through. It's the through ball, going through. It's Kane! Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
And the defence was completely beaten then. Exploiting that space in behind has proven very effective for them in this game. It's good stuff.
Felipe Luis goes looking. He's left his man. Firmino kings it out wide. He's got away. Shoots! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Beckham. Still goalless at the moment. Sterling. Out for a throw. Pogba. Well positioned to make that interception. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now the counter. He's had a shot! Goal! Zenit St. Petersburg! And Zenit St. Petersburg take the lead. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Zenit St. Petersburg take the lead.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
PK. And it's Messi. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Marcelo cuts it out. Beckham. Let's put a stop to that. Marcelo. Kane. He's left his man. Jordan Henderson. Beckham. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Keeper's got good distance on that. Plays it through, back into the middle. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
go again then.
Liverpool don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Now it's Roberto Firmino. Played out to the right. Ikuti. Forward it goes. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Marcelo needed to come up with a better ball.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
That's not going to make it. Going through. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Firmino! Goal! They have come roaring back.
Liverpool are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's the clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Beckham. Kane. And through to the goalkeeper. Titi does well there, alert. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Lobs it in gently. Milner. Could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Liverpool seem to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
Goes for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that though.
Milner. Daniel Carvajal, and it's Messi. He's through the middle.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Kane. That intervention was very necessary. And the finish! And somehow he managed to miss it. Played back in. Can he score? They've scored! And right at the death. That surely must be the winner.
And it's certainly no fluke when you see a player of his calibre manufacture a goal that will surely seal the deal on this contest. Brilliant instinct and great timing by such a clever operator.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, somehow they turned it round. Every ounce of energy, emotional, physical, mental, is spent. That is some win. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
All that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to This really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So that's got things underway. And it's Coutinho. He's had a shot! And the ball's come out. Plays it back. He's gone for it!
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
And the weighted pass. Firmino has a hit! A chance! And the shot! Lucas Moura. It is deadlocked. Now it's Lucas Moura. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan! They've scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Mohamed Salah. Messi. And it's Coutinho. Coutinho tries to stroke it through. The shot's on! That's a lovely try, but not to be.
PK fully deserves the plaudits for setting up the chance.
Özil. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Lucas Moura. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Now it's Messi. Lucas Moura. Nelson Semedo. Henderson plays it forward. On the right now, what's on? He's left his man. Firmino going through. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Good idea, just poorly executed. And it's Lucas Moura. Firmino. Played down the flank, Coutinho. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. Pogba. Messi has a look inside the box. On half-time, that is telling.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. So your views on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. The action has already resumed here.
Liverpool clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Mkhitaryan. Carvajal cuts it out. And it's Coutinho. Played out to the right. Messi. Shakes to shoot. No mistake. They've done it. It was coming. They have their reward.
Messi showed real composure then. I mean, how often do you see a player do everything right until he gets into the box, only to completely kind of fluff the finish? Not him.
Liverpool go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Looking to shoot. He's scored.
Well, this is a terrific show of resilience and spirit. I love to see a team roll up their sleeves and force their way back. Superb.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal. They just got caught napping.
Over to the left. Firmino. It's loose. And it's Messi. Philippe Coutinho. Messi. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Back into the middle. Now it's one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping. Van Dijk is an obvious threat from set pieces. He needs special attention to stop him making a run.
And it's Messi. Pogba. This could fall anywhere. Forward it goes. Messi. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And now the breakaway. Offside? Yes, it is.
He may have been caught offside, but Messi may have been born offside, but he'll continue playing on the shoulder of the last defender, I can tell you.
So the ball's got out of play and a change is upcoming. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. It was a move that looked promising but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Coutinho.
Liverpool merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Lucas Moura has been caught there, it's a foul. And it's Mkhitaryan. Firmino looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Messi.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Messi wanders offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Messi. Carvajal. And the finish! And in again! Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. No winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to